you know when you sweat and you like it get in your mouth, it's kind of salty? Pigs don't sweat.
Right.
They don't sweat at all. They don't get the toxins out their body. And pigs will eat anything.
Right.
So whatever a pig eat, like a pig eat other pigs, pig eat doo-doo, pigs eat people, pigs eat snakes, they eat slop. So whatever the pig ate, that's what you just ate, because they don't get the stuff out. Get Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Because y'all, he showed y'all that y'all are the people of the book, right? That's y'all forefathers, that's y'all great-grandfathers, great-grandmothers, all that. But watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee?
He's saying, what does God require of thee, right? When somebody wants something from you, it means you have to do it, right? So he's saying, what does God want from Catalina, knowledge, and righteous? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways.
We have to walk in all God's ways. That means what God said for us to do, we have to do it.
And to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
We have to keep the commandments of God. Do y'all know what some of the commandments are? Like thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, you know, thou shalt not covet, thou shalt not commit adultery, right? Y'all ever heard of those before? Because it's wrong to kill people, right? And it's wrong to steal, it's wrong to covet. But there's a little more than that. I'm going to show y'all one that's pretty cool, right? Get Numbers 15 and 38.
Numbers chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
He says, speak unto the children of Israel. He's talking to y'all, right?
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So God is talking to y'all. He said, hey, y'all should put fringes on the bottom of y'all clothes.
Right.
If you look at all these men around right here, right, what we got on the bottom of our shirts, right? Fringes. And he said, put the ribbon of blue on them, right? That's why we did that, because the Bible told us to do that. Read it again.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
That's why you see everybody got the blue ribbon on them, because God told us to put the blue ribbon. But we're going to show you why he told us to do it, because there's a reason why.
Right.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So we can look upon it and remember to keep God's commandments. Y'all know, y'all play video games? Y'all know what a cheat code is? This is like a cheat code. Whenever you about to break the rules, you can just look upon this. You be like, man, I can't put in the cheat code.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you load the commandments, thou shalt not steal, you might see that thing inside the store you want, but you look at this, you're like, man, I can't steal.
Right.
That's what this is for.
That's right.
Because we get those urges to do those things. We see things that we like, right? We see things that we like and see things that we don't have, and we want them. But you have to remember that you can't break God's commandments. You can't steal.
Right.
That's right.
What y'all like to eat? What's your favorite food? Chinese food? What's your favorite food? Chinese food? All y'all like Chinese food? Chinese food, okay, it's pretty good. Chinese food's pretty good. Get Leviticus 11, right?
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that God say that we can eat and what we can't eat. Did y'all know that? Did you know this? You know that God said you're not allowed to eat certain things? Right, like a snake. You can't eat a snake. Y'all want to eat a snake? But God said y'all can't eat a snake. But watch this.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 2.
Yeah.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat from among all beasts that are on the earth.
So he's saying this is what you're allowed to eat, and he's going to tell you what you're not allowed to eat. Read verse 7.
Verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean.
He said the swine. What's a swine? Like a pig, right? Y'all like pigs? Y'all like bacon? Y'all like pork chops? Oh, y'all don't like pork chops? That's good. You shouldn't like pork chops. But God said that you're not supposed to eat pigs. Why? Read it again.
He is unclean unto you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat. Of their carcasses shall ye not touch.
Do you know why? Because he said that you can eat like cows, like beef, like burgers. You can eat that. Because cows, when you eat food, right, you digest it in your stomach, right? Cows have 4 stomachs. Cows have 4 stomachs, so they digest all the toxins out their food, and they're able to get out all the bad stuff, and they're a clean animal.
Right.
Pigs have 1 stomach, right? You know when you sweat? You know when you sweat and you take, like, it get in your mouth, it's kind of salty? Pigs don't sweat.
Right.
They don't sweat at all. They don't get the toxins out their body. And pigs will eat anything.
Right.
So whatever a pig eat, like a pig eat other pigs, pig eat doo-doo, pigs eat people, pigs eat snakes, they eat slop. So whatever the pig ate, that's what you just ate. Because they don't get the stuff out.
Right.
That's why God said you shouldn't eat it. Y'all like fish? Y'all like fish? What type of fish you like? Fried fish? You got a favorite kind? No? No? I like fried fish too. Y'all like crab? Shrimp? Okay. Yep. Read this.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
So he's saying things that are in the water, he's going to tell you what you can eat in the water and what you can't eat in the water.
Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
He said if it's in the water, it has to have fins and scales, right? So fish have fins, right? And they have scales. Does crab have fins? Do they have scales? What about shrimp? What about a shark? Right. That's how you tell what God wants you to eat. So can you eat a shark? What about a crab? What about shrimp? You see? We didn't know that, right? We weren't taught that when we were younger, but y'all are young now and y'all getting taught that.
Right.
There's certain things that God says that He doesn't want you to eat, and there's certain things that He wants you to wear. Because when you're a chosen people, when you're a king, when you're a princess, God wants y'all to be a certain way.
That's right.
Because you ever see them TV shows and the video games where the princess and the kings, they all got the cool stuff on. They be higher than everybody else.
Right.
That's how God wants y'all to be. They be like, don't give me none of that slop, none of that trash.
Right. That's for the peasants.
That's for the peasants. Y'all aren't peasants. Y'all are kings and princesses.
That's right.
That's why He said, don't eat what the peasants eat. Those guys eat the pigs. Those guys eat the crab and the shrimp. Y'all want to hear something scary? Y'all like scary stuff? Get Isaiah 66.
Bring it up.
It's something scary. Isaiah 66. You know what I want? Read this. Because you might say, why does God care about what I eat? It's just a pig, but it's nasty. Y'all like Jesus Christ, right? This is talking about Jesus Christ right here.
Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 16.
You know.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
When you pleading with somebody, you're going to be begging them, right? Like, oh, I'm pleading you. I'm pleading. I'm begging you. God said, Jesus Christ said, He's going to plead with everybody with fire and a sword, meaning He's going to be coming and doing some killing. You didn't know that, did you? He said He's going to plead with everybody by fire and sword.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
It said He's going to come and He's going to, when He conquers the whole world, He's going to slay a lot of people.
Right.
Why? Because a lot of people don't want Jesus Christ to rule. So He has to get them out the way so He can rule. So we can rule with Him, right?
Right.
Read.
Verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves to get, themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
He said He's going to go and find the people who are hiding in the garden eating swine's flesh, eating pigs,
You know.
eating bacon, pork chops.
Right.
Because they didn't do what He said to do.
That's right.
That's why it's important for you to do what he said to do. And what else?
And the abomination.
And anything that he says is an abomination, like the crab, the shrimp, the lobster, the snakes. You eat a snake, possums, alligators, frogs.
Right.
You like frogs? You want to eat frogs? Right, because God said don't eat frogs.
Read. And the mouse.
And a mouse. He said, and the mouse. Sometimes the Chinese food be putting mouse in there.
You know.
You ain't know that, did you? You didn't know that? Sometimes they be putting mouse in there. Gotta be careful about which ones you go to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. But these are some of the laws that God said that we have to do as kings and princesses. Because it's something that's required of us as being God's chosen. Get Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
You know.
I'm gonna show y'all something that y'all probably didn't know. But it's okay, because this world, the world that we in, is a big world, right? This whole world is set up so you never know that righteous, that you a king, righteous. Knowledge, you a king. Catalina, you a princess. This whole world is set up so you guys never know that. So they don't want you to do the same thing that everybody else does. They don't want you to do what the kings and princesses do.
Right.
Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Yeah.
For thou art a holy people.
He said, you are a holy people. Y'all are holy people. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
God said you're a special people unto himself. You know, you got a favorite shoe? You got a favorite anything? Food. You got a favorite food? You got a favorite shoe? Favorite shirt? It's special to you, right? You like wearing it. It's your favorite. What about you, Righteous? You got something that you like as a favorite? You keep it to yourself. That's what God said about us. That's what God said about you. You his favorite. He keep it to himself. He protect you. He got something that he want for you to do.
Right.
Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
He said y'all are above everybody on the whole earth. Did you know that knowledge? Did you know that you're above everybody in the whole earth? That you a king? Did you know that, Righteous? Did you know that, Catalina? God said you're above and you're chosen. Read.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you.
He did it because he loved us. He made us, he molded us, and he loved us specifically over everybody else. Get Sabbath day, Exodus.
You know.
Because there's certain days that you have to pay attention to too. You have to pay attention to as well. You know, you have to pay attention to as well. Read.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
You know.
Remember the Sabbath day.
He said you have to remember the Sabbath day. When's the Sabbath day? When's the Lord's day? Sunday? What you say? Sunday? Sunday? Y'all got phones? No. On a calendar, right? The first day of the week is Sunday. That's the first day. So what's the seventh day if Sunday is the first day? Saturday. So let's read this.
Bring it out.
Verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
He says 6 days should you do all your work. So at the beginning of the week, count from 1 to 6. And what day do you end up on? Friday, right? So what's left? Which is the what day? The seventh day, right? Read.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
He said the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord. What day is that? Saturday. What's today? Saturday. Today is the Sabbath.
That's right.
Today is the Sabbath. Y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Because the world is saying that Sunday is because they don't want you to be the kings and princesses. They'll tell y'all the wrong day.
That's right.
It's like a plot, right? It's like a plot they did. You ever played when they got that secret plan against the main character and they tried not to let him find out he got the special powers?
Right.
That's what they did to y'all. They said, tell him that it's Sunday. Don't let him know that it's Saturday.
That's right.
Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
He said you're not supposed to work on the Sabbath day. Y'all don't got no jobs because y'all little kids. Y'all don't got no jobs. But one day you're going to have a job. But when you get one, you're not supposed to work on the Sabbath day.
That's right. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
He said, nothing inside your house is supposed to work on the Sabbath day. How you doing, sister? How you doing, sister? You had a question? What we're doing is we're just showing that we're God's chosen people, the Israelites according to the Bible. And that because we disobeyed God, we're in the condition that we're in.
Right.
That's what Catalina, Knowledge, and Righteous just learned.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ, bless Bishop Nathaniel here. Hey, March 2025, we're going to have a Land Blitz fundraiser. So what I need you all to do is hit the QR code, whatever that thing is right there, fill it out on all our social media platforms, because we blitzing. We need this land. We got to get this fundraiser done, Israel. I'm trusting you. Get it done.
Cap, what's a Land Blitz fundraiser? Exactly what it is. We blitzing for the land. One day, with a large goal, we're gonna raise the funds for the land. That's my goal, that's my mission, and we're gonna make it happen. And I need your help to get it done. There's a link on the Bishop's Instagram and all of our social medias. Click on that link and fill it out. What you're going to do is, you're going to estimate what amount of donation you can make on this one day. On that day, you can also make random donations. But those of you that are watching this video now, we want to get an estimate of how hard we're going to have to go when we blitz. There will also be an in-house event. Y'all remember the Journey to Freedom? This is going to be bigger and better, live from Atlanta. You better get your tickets now, because probably after this announcement, it's going to be sold out. Only 400 tickets. But guess what? All the funds are going to the land. So get it now. Get it now.
What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.